Uh, Dr. Rena, why is it in some specific areas, it's still a struggle in India, bone marrow and bone marrow transplants, particularly one of them. It's very difficult to find a donor. And if you are able to find one, then the expense for that is something which completely goes off the charts.
Well, you need a sibling that is matched. You need a donation from a donor who can donate the stem cells. And he has to be matched, otherwise it will not work. The marrow transplant fails. And the chances of finding a donor randomly is about 1 in 100,000 or 1 in a million. The chances get better when there is a sibling. Unfortunately, the families in India have become nuclear. 30, 40 years ago, we used to have siblings, a lot of siblings. So the chances of finding a donor was excellent. But now the chances of finding a donor are very, very bleak because most of the families have just 1 or 2 children and siblings are not more than 2. So we have to depend on other donors who are not related, unrelated donors it is called. Unfortunately, the registries that have been developed in India have come very late, only in the last 7 or 8 years. And the number of number of people they have on their list as donors is very small. Therefore, the matching doesn't take place. You need a list of about 1 million people before you can find a match. That is not the case in India. Some registries have been started. There were 4 or 5 registries. But the number of people who are on the list of donors is very limited, and you don't find a match. So unfortunately, we therefore have to go to registries outside India where we can find a match. Or what has happened of late is a new technology has developed where you don't have to insist on full match, what is called as an 8x8 match. You can do with 6x8 match also. And it is easier to find 6x8 match, and technology has evolved where the results of these 6x8 match, not full match, are as good as patients who have had a full match. So things are getting better all the time with regard to this.
Right. Naveen, in addition to that, when it comes to detection, the new technologies that are coming up, well, let's face it, one is the expense and the difficulty in finding, bone marrow donors and matches for that. But even in simple detection, the fact of having to go for a biopsy, to have to get all of that done, again, those procedures are expensive and very difficult and unaffordable. I was very struck by some of the new technologies that are coming up in just the last few months or a year, including one I don't even know if you've heard about it. I think it's just really cutting edge things that are just happening. But even with a blood test, you can start detecting fragments of things that are leading to cancer. Going forward, do you think detection might become cheaper and easier?
Vikram, before I move to this question which you asked me, I just want to reiterate one thing, which Dr. Rana has just been speaking about. I want to implore people who are seeing the show. I want to request you all that please register yourself for bone marrow donation. Bone marrow donation is nothing big deal. Unfortunately, there are only 3 to 4 registries in India. And there are not even 40,000 registered donors who are there. While on the other hand, we require millions of them. Every year, we are losing 40,000 children of leukemia only because there's no bone marrow transplant which takes place. When you are donating so many places, why not bone marrow? Just go and get yourself registered. There's nothing big in it. They'll just take only a buccal smear and a blood maybe. And even while donating bone marrow, it's nothing big which is required.
Actually, Dr. Nayan, let me just push you further on that, because a lot of people are genuinely scared of it.
That's exactly
I've heard people saying, it's like a kidney donation, it's that serious, what will happen to my health? I want to go to college, I want to play sports, how will I do all of that if I become a donor? So I'd like to get both of you to lay it out for us. What exactly is involved in being a donor?
This is exactly what I was going to come to. This is what I was leading to. Donating for bone marrow is as simple as donating blood. Dr. Rana, I'm right?
Yeah.
You just have to give the donor, supposing the donor gives his buccal smear or something, chances are, if it is a matched, unrelated donor, as you call it, then the person who's going to donate, he'll be given an injection of something called a granulite stimulating factor, and then, like what you do in a platelet donation, something like that.
Okay.
The blood will be taken, stem cells will be taken out, and they'll be sent. There's no side reaction.
It's a simple enough procedure.
There are 2 steps. One is registration process, that you register with the agency that collects the information. There's no blood donation involved at that time. Only when you find a match with somebody, you take a buccal swab, keep the data in the file or in the computer. When you find a match, then the technology has changed so much, the donor doesn't have to undergo bone marrow aspiration in an operation theater. They can be given growth factors for 4 days, and it's like a blood donation. That blood is removed from his body and dealt with accordingly and given to the recipient.
Okay.
So the donor doesn't lose anything, and the blood
that
cells
sort of awareness
regenerate
is
all the
something
time.
important to get out.
I'd like to just
They regenerate all the time, the blood cells.
speak on this because what we started was a platelet donation drive. And we realized that people were not aware about what platelets were, and it was again that fear of, how are they going to take it out and what is going to happen. So we started creating an awareness through colleges just for Tata Memorial Hospital because children were dying because of lack of platelets, not because of the cancer, but because of infections which are coming in, and they had no relatives here who could come and donate, and they just could not find enough platelets. With those drives, a lot of people started coming forward because, the whole idea of saving a life, you're actually going to save 2 or 3 lives if you donate your platelets. So I think that really went very well with especially youngsters in colleges, and we now have surplus platelets in Tata Memorial.
They just
That's
regenerate all the
that's
time.
good to hear.